Hi, I'm Richard, the beard times 16, and you're watching Pine Top Jackson.
Hey, thanks, Richard. Today I'm going to build a kitchen pantry to go right here on this wall in the kitchen, and I'll bring you along with me to watch my successes or failures or anything in between. Hi guys, I'm sitting down here on the floor in front of the cabinets where we keep our food, like our chicken noodle soup, our canned goods, and boxes of macaroni and cheese and such. And it's such a pain in the butt to find what we need in here because it's so deep. It goes so far back, and things get shoved down in there. We've tried a few things to try to fix the problem. We got this rolling rack here to try to keep stuff organized, and then we got the Lazy Susan thing. You see the Lazy Susan over there? Oh yeah. Of canned goods, but it's still. Let me take this off the tripod here because it's such. We got two levels of stuff that just goes so all the way back, and I'm just not happy with the way that it's set up. So what I'm going to do is this wall right behind me where the recycling bin is, that wall goes all the way to the ceiling unused. I'm going to build a narrow shelf unit to sit right up here and start it like above the recycling bin and build up maybe all the way up to the ceiling, and maybe put doors on it, or maybe just leave it open shelves, but narrow so you can only fit one can. So you can't double up the cans, and it won't go deep, and that way we won't have our cans expiring because they got shoved in the back, and it will be easier to find what we need, and when we go grocery shopping we'll be able to see, you know, what we've got and what we need. I feel strongly about building with reclaimed materials, but my workshop, which is really just the balcony outside my apartment, I don't have, come here, I don't have a planer or a jointer, and this shelf is going to go right here in the kitchen, and it needs to look nice. The rustic or the weather look isn't going to work here. So I went to the big box hardware store to buy some lumber. Yes, I managed to find everything I needed from this cart, 70% off. I love it. It has been a snowy, rainy week up here. The weather has been getting into my shop a little more than usual. It's frustrating. Here, cutting the shelves for the canned goods. We're halfway done with the main structure. The bottom two shelves you can see I saved for these boxes. I work in a restaurant, and I had the chance to go to the restaurant supply store, and I bought this this big thing of saran wrap that should last us our entire life. And then I went back and bought some foil more recently. The rest of the shelves are going to be for the chicken noodle soup and SpaghettiOs. Alright, here's a trick I'm going to use to get all the shelves spaced the same way. Yeah, the can of SpaghettiOs is the largest and tallest cans that I think we'll have. And I'm going to use some DVDs here as spacers. Then just lay the top shelf, the next shelf right on down. Then I'll mark where they hit. Whoops, sorry, Jesus. just one last brace to secure it to the wall.
Key.
Here's the
I'm
step.
not gonna kill the video.
Here you go, Stark. Come on, let's put stuff in here.
My lips so really
Beans, maybe on a different shelf, maybe up higher, so Mom, yeah.
So they stick it in the soup. Yeah, they stick it in the chicken noodles. Chicken noodles.
A quick run to the Habitat for Humanity store to pick up some good hinges for cheap. Here's some good ones for the cabinet. Alright, this dining room table setup is going to work out just fine as long as I clean up after myself and I don't drill a hole through the table. Yeah, it's been raining all weekend, so I had to move the operation inside. I already cut all of the cross beams on the miter saw outside. This is the Craig pocket hole jig I got for Christmas a couple years ago. This is the most I've ever used it. Here's the first of the two door frames just finished putting together. Now both doors are complete. Just painting the front and the sides white to match the shelves. So the frames for the doors are complete. They're painted and drying. What I'm going to use in the middle, in the window sections of them, is this stuff right here. This is the paper filter for the fryers that we use at work. Each morning when I filter the fryer at work, I feel the texture of this thick paper filter. It started to make me think of the dividing walls used in Japanese homes. They're pretty cheap, something like 37 cents a piece, so I bought a few from the store to use in this project. Last thing I need is some handles for the doors, and my neighbors provided that last week when they moved out of the apartment complex and left these doors by the dumpster. Here's the final result, finished product. Got the handles down low so the kids can reach. I really like the way these hinges work. They shut the door pretty nice. These handles are great. And I like the look of this paper. It doesn't look so pretty on the inside, but you know, who's going to look on the inside? The outside looks great. Maybe I'll have to sand the top a little bit. They kind of rub together. Maybe a couple finishing touches need to be done, but it's complete. It's going to free up so much space down in that cabinet. I love it. Thanks a lot for watching.